Hey, well, good morning everyone. This is Justin with the Weather Center of Manitoba coming to you from Brandon, Manitoba. You're watching this on our new YouTube channel that we just made yesterday, and our goal is to create a weather forecast video every day that covers the entire province of Manitoba. So welcome. The date is January 4th, 2025. Once again, Happy New Year. What we're going to look at to start off this YouTube video is our current Mesonet portal, which shows the current temperature values across Manitoba. And we're starting off here across the southwest corner, and we see Brandon is currently at a temperature of about minus 32, minus 33 at the time of recording this video at about 7:30 in the morning. And you can see similar temperatures across the rest of western and the southwest corner of Manitoba. If we look just east of Brandon, Carberry right now is at minus 36.5. I'm not sure, but just taking a quick look, it looks like that might be the cold spot right now, at least from a quick glance here across the south. As we move eastward, we can see that Portage is at a temperature of about minus 28, so it's a little bit warmer east once you get east of the Westman region. And Winnipeg currently at the Forks at the time of recording this video at 7:30 is about minus 26. So it's slightly warmer across once you get towards Portage, that kind of south central area of the province, and then southeast into the Red River Valley, Winnipeg, and then down Steinbach's even, fairly warm compared to the west at minus 28. And we can take a quick check down here towards Morden Winkler. Pilot Mound's in at about minus 31, and then Morden Winkler is fairly toasty at minus 26. Usually don't say that very often, that minus 26 is one of the warmer spots, but it is on this morning across southern Manitoba. As we move up to the Interlake region, we see Fisher Branch is at minus 30. West through the Parklands region, we got Wasagaming at minus 34, which is really chilly. Dawson's in at minus 33. And then up towards western Manitoba, we got Roblin at minus 32. And Swan River is really chilly at minus 36.2. And then up across the north, it's just the cold kind of is happening everywhere. We can see up in Grand Rapids, we got minus 32. The Paw, Flin Flon, minus 33. And then up in Thompson, we can see it's minus 32. And then up in Churchill is one of the warmer spots in the province at minus 27. So basically, looking throughout the entire province, we got just extreme cold throughout most of the province, and that is reflected in our Environment and Climate Change Canada extreme cold warnings that are out right now and in effect. And we can see that for northern Manitoba, we got a large swath, pretty much the entirety of the north is blanketed in extreme cold warnings, minus the extreme northeast portion of the province, including Churchill and Shamattawa, which they are currently not in the extreme cold warning. But the latest update is at 4:15 a.m. Extreme wind chill values near minus 45 are expected again in the north this morning. These wind chill values are expected to moderate later in the morning, with a slight warm-up expected by the end of this weekend. So this cold's going to stick around till about Sunday, Monday, and then we can check in on our warning across the south, and the entirety of southern Manitoba is in the extreme cold warning, and even west of Manitoba and east into northwestern Ontario is under extreme cold warnings this morning. And the southern Manitoba write-up says that extreme wind chill values near minus 40 are to be expected this morning across much of the prairies. The bitterly cold weather is expected to moderate gradually west to east starting Sunday across western Saskatchewan and ending Monday in eastern Manitoba. So again, this is going to be a story for at least the next 24 to 48 hours, and then we get some relief going later in the weekend, Sunday, and then into Monday. And we can look at our latest high rapid refresh model here, and it can see it's doing a pretty good job showing our current temperature values across the south. We got lows at about minus 33, minus 34, coldest across that southwest corner of the province, as we saw. Brandon, Carberry were very cold. And then as we go through the day, we can see some moderation, but really we're only expecting highs the mid -20s throughout the afternoon. And then as the sun sets around 4 or 5 p.m., the temperatures quickly drop once again, and we see similar low temperatures overnight Saturday into early Sunday morning with temperatures. We got Brandon in at -34, Portage -32, Dauphin at -30, and Winnipeg at -30. And then that's about the coldest we're going to get Sunday morning at about, I would say, 8, 9 a.m. You can see -34 in Brandon, and really chilly even just west of the city. -34 continues towards Verdun and Oak Lake. East Portage is -32 for a low. Winnipeg's floating around -30. And then we do see our temperatures rebound throughout Sunday afternoon with highs between -23 and -26 across southern Manitoba. But again, that's not very warm. When you're getting a high of -25 for the day, that's very cold. That's why we have some extreme cold warnings out in place right now. Then we can see as we go, it's warming up out west. We have one more cold night Sunday night, and then Monday we'll see our temperature values finally probably break and warm up past the -20 mark. And this is another model I wanted to show you. This is showing our precipitation expectations over the next 84 hours. This is from the RDPS model, and we can see that there's no precipitation over Manitoba right now or going to be over the next 24 hours because we have a strong high pressure system. Our high pressure systems bring dry, cold air, and it really suppresses any moisture, so we're not going to have any snow expected throughout the province, at least any significant amount of snow over the next 24 hours. And as we go through time, we can see that play out. Eventually our high pressure system kind of degrades and slides stateside, and then we see some light snow coming up across the far northwest corner of the province for later in the day Sunday night throughout the early Monday morning. And that snow will come down and eventually affect the Thompson region Monday morning. And then we can also see that we have some light snow coming to affect southwestern Manitoba Monday morning through Monday afternoon, and then that continues to track across the remainder of southern Manitoba throughout the day Monday, and then eventually exiting off into northwestern Ontario by Tuesday morning. And then we have another strong high pressure system moving in, and then eventually we'll have an Alberta clipper for mid to late week, which will warm up our temperatures significantly. In terms of the amount of snow we can expect over the next 84 hours, we can look at the total snowfall accumulations, and you can see that that snow across the north Sunday night and into Monday morning brings about 2 to 4 centimeters of snow, maybe 5 centimeters at the most, north of Thompson, tracking up towards Churchill. And then you can see across the south we may pick up 2 to 4 centimeters, 5 centimeters max across southern Manitoba throughout the day Monday, and tapering off Tuesday morning. So those are our snowfall expectations over the next 84 hours, and we'll keep you up to date on that. Currently it just looks like some weak waves of moisture, nothing really significant over the next 84 hours, which is a good thing. I'm just going to refresh this. This is our we'll look at our 6 to 10 day temperature probability outlook. So this is our temperatures, and it's showing the United States, but we can see that because of the Alberta clipper that I just talked about and more of a westerly pattern, we can expect a warm up later this week, and we're seeing over the next 6 to 10 days our chances of being above seasonal is growing across the prairies. And we can see that over the next 6 to 10 days, we have about a 50 to 60% chance of seeing some above seasonal temperatures returning to the prairies. And you can see here across Florida and that southeastern corner of the United States, they're expecting definitely pretty much a 90 to 100% chance of below seasonal temperatures, because that's because the cold air that's over Manitoba right now and the prairies will sink south into the United States and head towards Florida and the eastern seaboard of the United States over the next 6 to 10 days. The next 8 to 14 days here in Manitoba and the Eastern Prairies, our chances once again continue to show a fairly good chance, between about 40 to 50% chance of above seasonal temperatures over the next 1 to 2 weeks. In terms of our precipitation over the next 6 to 10 days, it's looking like we have a higher chance of above average snowfall. Because we have a few Alberta clippers coming. They're a little bit too far out right now for a lot of detail, but we know that over the next week to week and a half, we can have a pretty good chance, about a 40 to 50% chance of above average snowfall over Manitoba and the Eastern Prairies, and then into the northern Great Plains of the United States. And then over the 8 to 14 day period, we still have a chance of above average snowfall, but that chance drops to more of a more even chance of near average, to about 40% chance of above average snowfall through the Eastern Prairies and then down into the northern Great Plains over the next 8 to 14 days. And the last thing I wanted to show you was a solar flare that happened this morning. Our sun is starting to really pick up, and there's been a lot of X class, which is a major class of solar flares happening over the last 24 to 48 hours, as we have a new sunspot region that is now rotating into view. And you can see the flare that happened here. This was just about half an hour ago before pressing that record button on the YouTube video here. We had an X 1.8 solar flare from sunspot region AR, active region 3947. And there's not a lot of information about it right now. We know it was a strong solar flare. We don't know if there's a CME headed towards Earth or not. If there is, then it could bring us some northern lights later this week. But where our moon phase is at, it's a crescent right now, and with each passing day it'll be getting closer to being that full moon once again. So the moon could end up playing a factor as this active region continues to turn and come into a more direct Earth facing spot on the sun. Which would mean that any solar flares that happen and then CMEs would be placed towards Earth. So that's the update I have for you on this cold January 4th, 2025 morning. Yeah, thanks for watching this. If you're still watching at this point, like the video, comment if you can, and click that subscribe button, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone.